Hi everyone. Today I discussed about solid waste management fourth unit regarding fourth unit hazardous waste management audits. So this it is the syllabus for fourth unit environmental audits and pollution prevention, treatment and disposal methods, physical cycle process, biological methods, stabilization and solidification, thermal methods, land disposal. Once we revise the third unit, in third unit we have to discuss about hazardous waste, but fourth unit we have to discuss the management practice, environmental audits and pollution prevention. So what is meant by environmental audit? So, what is meant by environmental audit and objectives? Why we need to study about environmental audit? If we study about the environmental, first of all, we need to discuss about the definition of environmental audit. Audit means a systematic evaluation of activities and process of a project to determine how far these activities and processes conform with the approved environmental management plan of that specific project and sound environmental management practices and applicable for environment standards. So every day or every season, every year, the environmental pollution will be varied according to the human activities, generation of the solid waste and hazardous waste. Environmental pollution will be varied according to the generation or cultures of the human beings. Based on that, we have to follow the some management plan regarding the Indian standards. If the plans will be where crossing, the pollution will be occurred. That's why we need to audit the environmental study. So in this, it is a systematic evaluation of activities. So place to place activities will be occurred. We have to identify and activities regarding within the limits. Environmental limits are not there. If crossing the limits, we give the punish to the people. Like that, we have to audit the each and everything of the nature and environmental. That's why we need to study about the environmental audit. Audit means we have to improve the environmental cultivation, environmental nature. We have to protect the environmental nature. So we have to increase the healthy environment to the public. So sound environmental management practice and applicable for the environmental standards. So according to the standards, the pollution will be forming or beyond the limits, the formation will be occurred. Like that, we have to need to understand and evaluate the things. That is the environmental audit. Every year the audit will be conducting, and based on that we have to give the final report to the government. So environmental auditing is an attempt to provide information. So we have to give the information on the environmental performance of a company. So information, we have to give the information what happened in the company, surrounding company. So in the company, what type of process will be occurred, that process will impact on the environment or not. It is a nuisance to the public or safe for the public. Like that, we have to understand, give the report to the government. So those include environmental issues in the decision making process. So nowadays we have to apply new techniques to the manufacturing process, give the new product to the public. Like that, we have to invent so many technologies. Based on the technology, it is good for health or not, it is good for environment or not. Like that, we have to audit the situation. So an environmental audit assesses the nature and extent of harm to the environment caused by the activities. So environmental audit means nature and extent to the harm caused by the activities, waste that are forming or noise from the particular company. So which type of activities during occurring of the society or people surrounding the environment. Like that we have to identify. And noise, any noise will be occurring. Noise means they are harmful to the human being. Hazardous waste will be occurred, or biomedical waste will be generated, or it is biodegradable, non-biodegradable waste will be formed. Like that we have to identify the particular company. Environmental audit must be independent, objective, credible, transparent in order to be successful. It is very transparent report to the public, should also be regular and ongoing. So environment audits must be independent. So these audits will be didn't depend on any other resources or any other documents. Objective, credible and transparent in audit. The work will be conducted as a transparent manner, and successful audits should also be regular and ongoing. So, what are the objectives of environmental auditing? So, here we need to study about the objectives of the environmental audit. There are 10 points is there. What is the main objective? Means to reduce the noisy pollution, to reduce the improve the environmental circumferences. So, it is the main key points for the environmental auditing. Here give this some points. An environmental audit program which is designed, which is designed and implemented properly can enhance the industry environmental performance. As their own needs, they have to perform its own regulations. So it will impact on the environmental and society in future needs also. That's why you have to audit the program which is designed, implemented properly and can enhance the industry's environmental performance. So monitoring the scale of optimum utilization of the resources. So some natural resources occur in nature, so we give some restrictions to the usage of the resources. Optimization will be occurred, so that will help the future needs and company at national and international level. So one authority will be provided to the society, or otherwise they utilize its own needs. They didn't recognize or understand about the future needs. To just suggest for using alternative energy for the conservation of energy resources. So it is the alternative energy for the conservation of resources. So environment audit is also giving the conservation of resources, restrict the limited resources. Like that we give the audit report. Evaluation of waste water quality and determination of waste water characteristics and their effects on the living systems. So we need to study about the what are the characteristics of the water and wastewater and their effects on the living organism and ecosystem. Like that we have to give the report to the government. Classification of the category of solid waste, hazardous waste, their sources, quantities and characteristics. We have to give the classification. So in audit report we also include the characterization of the waste, classification of the waste, quantities of the waste, their resources, their each and everything we have to give the auditing report. So next one is introduction and implementation of your time saving technologies in production. Some, for example, here we take a rural area. In that no new technology they didn't know. For we have to done the audit reports. In audit report we have to suggest the new technology for that rural people. They also uses the new technology. They also improve the knowledge. They also increase the characteristics of the waste. Like that we have to give the knowledge to the unknown people and illustrate people. Maintenance of labor, occupational health and medicine. So we give the some laws to the human being. That means labor. What is the minimum wages to the labor? What is the timings of the labor? So they, what are their works, like that we have to maintain the labor report also. In objective we give the complete scenario to the auditing. Proper documentation of environment complaints and status. So proper documentation we have to prepare and send the submit the people to help in minimizing the waste through the modern cleaner technology. So minimizing the waste through modern cleaner technology. So clean and green campus, like that we have to done in proper way. So green building technologies, sustainable development, eco-friendly technologies, like that we have to improve, and we have to increase the users 3 hours, like that we have to minimizing the waste. Regular environmental auditing once in a year will help in producing environmentally educated and technically sound. Sound means we have to reduce the environmental issues. That is the good sound for the people and auditing report. So here finally we conclude that environmental audit means we have to give complete report to the we have to give the complete report and submit the people. So in complete report we give the in complete report we give the proper documentation about the labor and implementation of time saving technologies, regular environmental auditing, like that we have to give the complete report and complete scenario we have to submit the in final report. So environmental audit done every year, every 1 year. So what are the objectives of the environment means, here we see the effectiveness of the implementation of environmentally management systems, complaints of legal requirement. So if anybody didn't follow the report, so we follow the law, we go through the law and system compliances audit checklist. Satisfactory results is there according to standard values. So system compliance satisfied or not, any nuisance will be created, like that we have to identify and identification of gaps. So improvement in the technologies, there is a gaps is there, like that we have to identify, we fill the gap. Internal benchmarks and international benchmarks. So we have to follow the some international technologies also. So we have to know about the new technologies. Ongoing beyond compliances. So ongoing beyond compliances means so in future needs also it will be useful or not, like that we have to follow. So it is the objectives of the 6 objectives of the environmental audit. So next topic is principal functions of environmental audit. So what are the function of the environmental audit means improve an organization or activities compliance with the environment legislation and regulations such as air emission standards, effluent standards, waste management standards and standard operating procedures. So organization or activities compliance with environment legislation and regulations. So air emission standards. What are the air emission standards? We follow the we follow the air emission standards or not, like that we have to see. And standard operating procedures. Document an operation or activities, current environmental performance, operation, environment management procedures including emergency responses, planning, monitoring and reporting system, planning for future environmental performance, like that we have to do. Next function is prevent damage and the tendency for the environmental damage. So another objective is prevent the damage of the society, environmental nature, improve resource use through the reduction in the material use to minimize the waste and identify the cycling opportunities. Actions undertaking or needing to be undertaken by the organization or activity to meet the environmental goals such as sustainable development, recycling and efficient use of resources. So environmental audit. So two forms of auditing have been defined. External audit and internal audit. So what is the internal audit and what is meant by external audit means assessment. So an assessment of the conditions of the local environment consists of policy impact assessment, review of the activities, objectives, services, practices, policies of authority related to the environmental protection as well as management audit. A review of the procedure by the which environmental policies are managed by the authority. So in methodology, we go for the thank you.